Another day, another great perpetual exchange that you should be farming. Today we're going to talk about EdgeX. I'm going to show you how you can calculate the profitability of this airdrop, get exact estimates of what you will earn, and I'm going to show you how to farm it. So EdgeX is a perpetual exchange that I really like, and you can farm it in two ways. You can first of all place trades, or secondly, deposit on this strategy vault, which has 150 million in total value locked. The link for EdgeX will be down below in the link in the description. Make sure to create an account, and after you connect your wallet, you want to come to your portfolio, click deposit, and you can deposit either USDT or USDC through Arbitrum or BNB chain for USDT. I would not suggest Ethereum because it takes a lot of funds and a lot of time for your funds to arrive. So Arbitrum is probably the best option for you to deposit funds on this perpetual. Now, a lot of people will ask, is this worth farming? Let's see together. The maximum dilution every single month is 1.2 million points, and current points are about 5.2 million. We expect them to airdrop before the year turns, so we expect about 6.5 million in total points distributed. That's the maximum we expect. Their volume is about 3 billion per day and about 25 billion per 7 days. They make a very healthy revenue of about $800,000 to $900,000 per day. And right now, each point on EdgeX with a 3 billion fully diluted valuation, which is very possible, and a 30% airdrop, again very possible, is going to be worth about $138. Now, how much would it cost for you to get this 1 point by trading on this perpetual? Let's see together. But before we see, I have this website down below in the description. I've created it for you. There's a point calculator here, so you can go ahead and put your points and your predictions. Just check the price of each point. You can put your bear scenario, which could be a 2 billion fully diluted valuation and a 20% airdrop. So this is the most bearish scenario I could put for Ajax at the current value it does. So that would be $60 per single point. And also on the exchanges, you can find all of the other perpetual exchanges that I have shown you in the previous videos and that I suggest that you farm. Again, if you want to farm perpetual exchanges and you are not a trader, you need to be doing the delta neutral strategy. I have made a video about delta neutral strategy on the first link down below in the description. You go ahead and watch that video after you finish with this video so you can see how exactly you can farm EdgeX and any other perpetual with minimum cost and maximum profitability. It's very important, guys, that you farm with delta neutral to minimize your risks. So what I'm doing here is I have done about 500,000 in perpetual trading volume, and I have got about 4 points from it without the past week, the usage of past week. So if we go on my orders, we can see the fees that we have paid to do these trades. So we can see the exact fees I have paid over the previous days. And this is for like the last month or so. So we can see here that to open a 0.030 BTC position, we did $1.2 in fees. All right. So let's calculate how much this is. Let's say Bitcoin is worth about $110,000. So for 3,300 volume, we paid $1.2. So if we multiply this by 33, which is going to lead us to 99.0, so about 100,000 volume, that would be about $33 tops. So in order to get 1 point, you need about $100,000 of volume. So each 1 point should cost you a maximum of $35. So as we can see here, using the calculator, we already can see that we can potentially make a 2x place in the worst case scenario, that it has a 2 billion fully diluted valuation and that they will do a 20% airdrop. So the risk is pretty minimal. Like in the worst case scenario, according to current numbers at least, which seem pretty possible, we're getting our funds around 2 times back. Now, my expectation is that they're going to be doing a 30% airdrop and their FDV is going to be about 3 to 4 billion. I'm just putting 3 billion just for a normal scenario, not bullish, not bearish, because again, they are making 1 million a day, 500 million per year. This is very important to understand. They're making 500 million per year. All right, guys. So of course their FDV is going to be worth 3 billion. And their airdrop calculation and circulating supply will be about 1 billion minimum. Like this is the minimum. Like Hyperliquid and ASTER, for example, makes 4 times that. And they have like, I think 10 billion FDV. So this is a pretty normal scenario. You're getting like a 4x returns. And again, that's very important to understand. It's very important to understand the fees associated with this. And yeah, I really think it's going to be a profitable airdrop. And what I really like about this airdrop is that they already have accumulated a lot of funds which they can use to buy back their token after the initial airdrop. Also, they are not a small platform. They're the 4th biggest perpetual DEX, and they have been sustainable on their volume. So the risk that this platform won't have value or that it's going to fail is really minimized. And that's something I like. If I can get a 2x play and I'm sure about it and I feel safe about it and I'm getting it in like 2 months from now, well then it's a no-brainer for me to add it to my portfolio. Of course, it's not going to be as good as potentially lighter or as potentially extended or Pacifica or based or all of the other smaller perpetuals that are newer, but because it's big, it's safe, it points to a very good opportunity for people that are more risk averse. All right, so make sure to check it out if you want something that is safer to farm, that you could feel safer getting a high value and high returns from it. I think EdgeX is the exact play you're looking at. Also, one of the things that is very important about EdgeX is that their points dilution is heavily correlated to the amount of volume done. So if they don't reach 28 billion every single week, they're not distributing 300,000 points. They will be distributing 250,000 points. So this is a very positive thing because the more people farm it, the more points are distributed. But the less people farm it, the less points are distributed. So this means that the dilution of points is strictly correlated to the amount of volume done, up to a certain limit. And it feels like right now it's a time that EdgeX is not going to be reaching those targets. So the points could potentially be a lot lower than the amount I calculated. And also we have to factor in that till then, they would have a treasury of multiple millions of dollars to starting buy back their token. So I'm very, very bullish on it. Like in the worst case scenario, you get at least a 2x returns in the next 2 months or so. So I really like it and I really feel very, very bullish about it. And I wanted to show it to you because I think it's a solid opportunity.